This is the Brown Boy Wonder podcast.
Welcome to the Brown Boy Wonder podcast. It's Valentine's Day. You know what that means. It's time to recap the Super Bowl. I'm here with the guys. I'm here with Steven. Steven, how you doing, man?
Doing good. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. I'm here with Misbah as well. Misbah, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. How about you?
The Super Bowl. Tyren, how you doing, man?
Yo, I'm good. How are you?
You know me. But let's get into the Super Bowl, man. It happened Sunday. It was between the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. But yeah, let's get into it. The first half was terrible. Was terrible.
a lot of sloppy play, a lot of nerves.
Chris McCaffrey fumbled that one big play in the beginning of the first quarter. That was unlike him.
Yeah, I dropped my beer bottle on the ground and
oh no,
I was upset.
That's a waste of a beer right there. The second half was a lot more entertaining. But what was your thoughts on the whole thing?
Well, I think that the momentum shifted in Kansas City's way after Dre Greenlaw's I want to call it bogus, but it was just that shocking injury. He was running onto the field.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did he tear his Achilles?
He did.
That's what I've been hearing too. That's tough.
He did.
And I think that was a big turning point. And then also that kick fumble that happened, I think, in the second half.
Oh yeah, with a
Scored
ball hit.
touchdown right after that. I feel like the Kansas City offense is pretty stagnant until that point, and that really gave them the spark with the short field moving forward. So that was another big play.
Yeah.
Kittle and Kelsey in the first half did nothing. And I think most of the entire
Kittle
game,
did the whole game, but yeah.
That was the big weakness for 49ers. I know they keep giving it to McCaffrey. Not much to Debo. I didn't see that.
He had 11 targets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't see that.
He also did, but he got hurt in the middle, right? Sometimes that.
He did.
Did he?
I think
the hamstring became a problem later on.
For Debo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Debo had 3 receptions and 33 yards. Kittle had 2 receptions, 4 yards. Christian McCaffrey had 22 carries, 80 rushing yards, and 1 touchdown. But that big play by, Juwan Jennings? He threw that ball to, who did he give it to?
I think McCaffrey.
What's it, Debo?
Yep.
No, not Debo. McCaffrey, yeah. That was a great play. I wish they did that more, but it was just that one play.
Right.
But there were a lot of the defense of the Force. They say they do not know the overtime rules. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I was hearing about that, but I don't know.
I don't understand how that's a thing. When the refs said the overtime rules before overtime started.
Yep.
I mean, if we know the rules, I feel like the players should know it. I don't know. Do something.
You could even see the ref asking, "Are you sure you want the ball first?"
Yeah.
And they said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay."
And that's a big one. I feel like the game has changed now. Where in the past, it's like obviously you want the ball first because if you score, you win the game with a touchdown. But now it's like I think the second team has a better advantage just because
they do.
First scores a field goal, you can score a touchdown and win the game. Or even like the Chiefs were saying, if they scored a touchdown, they could go for 2 and win the game.
Yep.
So I feel like you have more options if you're going second. So
Yeah.
that might have been a mistake to receive the ball for the 49ers.
I'm the minority here, but I like the overtime rules in college a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There's more action. And
yeah.
If you keep scoring, you have to go for 2, and it just
Yeah.
It feels more like sudden death than
Would you
Right,
start? Would you start overtime at the 20-yard line at college? Also,
yeah.
you would. Okay.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, especially
I mean, this
when
is like the third time they changed the overtime rule in
Yeah.
like I don't know 5 years or so. Like, there's an easier solution.
Yeah, this is the Josh Allen rule.
it
Oh,
is.
They
Josh
call it. Yeah.
can't get it done, so he needs special rules.
I mean, I don't mind, but
It's not
what
his fault.
with the new overtime rules or what we've been having? What's the point of the time clock? Does that even matter?
There is no clock in college overtime.
Well, at least for the NFL, there's a time now. I mean, there's been a time limit, 15 minutes.
Yeah, there is no point with the
Yeah.
new college. I mean, with the new rules. So yeah, you're right.
Mm, I mean, if it's a regular season game, then it doesn't matter, right? Because those rules don't matter. It only
Right.
matters in the playoffs.
Yeah,
But I
at
guess
the
in the playoffs, it would mean nothing, I guess.
time.
Yeah. Kansas City side, Pacheco made 18 carries, 59 yards. Kelsey, overall 9 receptions, 93 yards. Former Jet, Mecole Hardman, made 3
Former.
receptions, 57 yards, and 1 touchdown. So if he's in that team and he was a former Jet, that means the Jets won the Super Bowl. Is that right?
He did
I-
nothing with the Jets.
Why did you have to address him as a former Jet?
He was a former Jet in the beginning of the season. He's that means the Jets won.
Jets, well, it's good enough for me.
The mental gymnastics with this guy.
Yeah.
MVS made 3 receptions, 20 yards, 1 touchdown. So also Patrick Mahomes, this is playoff Mahomes. People were saying like he's the villain because he won 3 Super Bowls now, but I think I don't see him as a villain quite yet. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys still see him as like the bad guy in the NFL now?
I don't know
No.
about that guy, but he's definitely the one that's holding the keys. I think everyone else is just trying to catch up now.
Yeah, when you're the face of the NFL,
Yeah,
people will label
definitely.
you what they want.
There's really no other quarterback in the AFC that has really proven anything outside of Mahomes. The only person I can say they've really done anything in the playoffs is Joe Burrow. He's the only one that's beat him. Everyone
Mhm.
else still hasn't yet to see them have like a crazy playoff performance or two.
Yeah.
Except for Aaron Rodgers, I guess. But
if you want to compare the quarterbacks who won a Super Bowl in the league who are active, it's Mahomes, it's Aaron Rodgers, and Russell Wilson. Is those are the only quarterbacks who won a Super Bowl actively?
Jimmy
Yeah.
Garoppolo, bro, the GOAT.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, starting. Okay, he is starting. Okay.
Well, I
So
guess he wasn't starting back then.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So
Stafford and
on the NFC side.
oh, yeah, I don't know.
but yeah, I mean, Mahomes needs to reach up to what 5 more rings to reach to Brady. I did say last week if he's better than Tom Brady. Do you guys still don't agree with that, or is he just we're just waiting on that to happen?
No, there's still some time left. I mean, 3 rings, 2 MVPs. Brady does have the 7, the 3 regular season MVPs, and all the stats. I think it'll take a bit more time, but he's on that trajectory.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think the big thing is though again that Brady is 2-0 against him in the playoffs, so Mahomes still has a while to catch up. I think.
Mhm.
So when you say better, do you mean in terms of skills or accolades?
Overall greatness, I would say. I mean, I think Mahomes probably the most skilled and talented player I've ever seen. But in
Yeah.
overall
Yeah.
greatness, you have to add the accolades and the
Mhm.
fact that Brady did it with multiple teams and multiple coaches. I think that all
And he,
factors in. And then you have the
yeah, and he did it with.
longevity of playing after 45. You could argue that he was averaging what like 4,000 yards after the age of 40. That's another thing to keep in mind.
Still crazy.
But in terms of skill and talent, I think I used to think it was Aaron Rodgers that was the greatest I've ever seen, but I think it might be Mahomes now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of pretty much took up the mantle of what is to be a great quarterback in the league. I would say that Brock Purdy did his best. I saw a lot of critics on Brock Purdy that he did not do well, but I thought he did well. I don't know what they were saying.
I don't know how you can do well when Chris Jones is running at you. I mean,
For real.
Yeah.
what
he-
else are you supposed to do? He didn't take sacks.
He didn't.
You know?
Yeah, he didn't throw a pick. I mean, didn't have a
He did
crazy game,
everything.
but I mean, the turnovers I think really killed them. Those 2 turnovers they had were pretty big.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, when you give the ball to Mahomes for like 5 minutes, you're doomed to lose the game. They should have made that touchdown, but they made that field goal in the overtime time slot. But yeah, speaking of that, the halftime show was Usher better than Rihanna's last year?
I think so.
Rihanna was dancing while being pregnant. Usher was sweating his ass off.
Yeah,
He
he
is
was dancing
tripping.
on roller skates and singing. Come on.
That's
Yeah, he was
uh,
actually singing. Rihanna was lip syncing
uh,
some of her songs.
Hmm.
she was, and of course you got Alicia Keys there. He was being very touchy friendly with her too. I know that she's married.
Yeah, it was.
Apparently, he got married too. Just
Usher's married too. Yeah, he got married
yeah,
after the
Oh,
show.
just got married.
what?
Yeah,
Yeah, you wouldn't think that, right? From the
yeah,
way
I
he
did
was
not think
acting.
that either.
Yeah, I thought his whole performance was okay until Lil Jon came up. He started he brought the crowd out. Did you just saw that guy jumping in the air and then fell to the ground?
Yeah, he was
When
like 10 feet there. That guy.
yeah,
I think they had like a bunch of streakers on the field too during the game at one point,
there were two.
like 1 or 2, right?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know when it happened?
Why is this not talked about?
Second half, the NFL does a really good job of just not trying to display coverage on
Yeah, they
Yeah,
their
don't.
feed online.
they were wearing thongs, and I think on TikTok there's a guy who proclaimed that he was one of the streakers, and
Yeah, I
he
saw that
placed
video
it.
too.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not sure
placed
if
a.
it's accurate.
Yeah, I don't know too, but he placed a bet like 20K on himself and to streak, and he streaked, and he got out of jail with like 10,000, whatever it is. But yeah, there were two streakers no one knew about. Um, but yeah, overall, this whole Super Bowl match, I thought it would be underwhelming, but I think it went well. Speaking of, I did not mention after 13 minutes now, Taylor Swift. Uh, they said she was on screen for 57 seconds total.
Yeah.
But yeah, it brought a lot of eyes to the product. A lot of young people, young girls are watching her. And I did predict to you guys. I thought Travis is gonna propose on stage to her, but he's just he just started to go crazy. A lot of people saw that clip of Travis talking on stage, and then cut to Taylor Swift, and everyone's saying like, "Oh, I think Taylor got the ick for Travis." But yeah, what's your all thoughts about the whole? Because the season pretty
Yeah,
much started with Taylor and ended with Taylor.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
next subject,
Yeah,
please.
I'm just
Gotcha.
ready when this is not a big deal next season.
I hope
Uh,
not. I really hope
It
not.
better not.
so someone did say that this is whatever's happening between Taylor and Travis is the same thing with Tom Brady and Gazelle. Every time they cut it to
Mm-mm.
Gazelle, is it the same or no?
No.
No.
Taylor's just a lot bigger, I feel like. At least in America. Maybe not in Brazil, but America, it's a way bigger deal.
Gotcha.
And
There's
and
no-
Giselle wasn't hijacking.
Yeah.
Like every time you look around, the cameras on Taylor, and I'm talking about like regular season games.
Yeah.
Like Giselle never got that much airtime.
Yeah. She needs to be shown once like all the other celebrities.
Yeah, and not even that. Giselle would only be shown like, if Brady won a Super Bowl,
Yeah.
the camera would be on her if Brady was in the picture.
Yeah.
So I mean, she wasn't the talk of the town. Like she wasn't dominating the headlines like Taylor
Yeah.
is.
No, that makes sense. But overall, Super Bowl 58 was good. People thought it was not be good, but it was a good matchup. Chiefs win it with the third Super Bowl. But let's since football is gone now, NBA is here, and I have to talk about probably one of the worst calls ever freaking made. I'm talking about the New York Knicks, my home team, New York Knicks against Houston Rockets a few days ago, 2 days ago, where Jalen Brunson was wrongly fouled. I forgot who he fouled to. Some guy, I forgot his name, but freaking Achua blocked the shot, gave it to that guy, and then Brunson wrongfully fouled that guy, and they kind of cost the game. It was literally not a foul. There was no area of him touching his arm or anything else. The guy was pretty much kicking Brunson. So yeah, well, what do you guys were thinking about this?
I actually
Didn't
didn't
look like
see
a
the
foul
play,
to me.
so I'm gonna
I
just have
saw it.
y'all
Just based
talk
on
about it.
unbiased opinion, it didn't look like a foul to me. But hey, we can argue.
I mean,
Good
dude,
call.
good call.
It
I
was a
don't know
good
about
call. I
that.
mean,
I don't know
you
about
need to
that.
give him space to kick his legs, you know?
I mean,
Okay,
they
first
did
of
say after that it was a wrong call, didn't they?
they did, but I wish they called it the right time.
Yeah.
Brunson made a great defensive move where you're moving his both arms. The guy is just trying to shoot with his one hand. Come on. And then you saw Tom Thibodeau, he was trying to make a play, and they said, oh, that game is over, and he was cursing at the refs. And Brunson was about to
Mhm.
fight the refs too. In the interview and backstage, they're asking, oh, about the foul. They don't want to get fined. They're like, good, that was a good play, good call.
Yeah, just
You can't even complain about it.
a loss for short kings everywhere. If he was a little bit taller, clean play. But oh well.
Yeah, I just watched the play. That's not a foul.
It's not
still
a
not a
foul.
foul.
It's a bad call, and
That is
sad
not a
part
foul at all.
is the protest isn't gonna work because it's just
The last time it happened was like 2007.
it's a long time ago,
And
and
the funny thing was, Shaq was on the Heat at the time. No, on the Suns, I think,
yeah, they had to
or
replay.
wherever he was. He went
play.
to a different team after, so
Yeah,
it didn't really help their cause. Or he went to the Heat or something.
they had to replay that final play, and it didn't matter.
Yeah,
This one, I feel like we're in an age where
it won't happen, right?
it kind of can't do that.
Well, especially with betting, right? All those bet props that happened with like
Yeah.
whatever Rockets winning, whatever, they'd all have to like go back and change it. I
Mhm.
think that's too much of a hassle for anybody to go through.
Yeah.
Since it's a regular
Too
season game, maybe if it
too
was like
many.
a finals, if it was like a finals game 7, then I could see something happening. But I don't know about for a regular season game.
But
Yeah.
it still affects the record because that's supposed. I mean, I don't know if we're supposed to win this
Yeah.
game, but there's always a chance of us winning in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
True.
okay. But Knicks are. I don't know if you guys noticed that Knicks are struggling with injuries. Like there's like 5 guys out. I don't know where we're gonna go with that. I don't know if we're gonna go to the playoffs. I know we're in the top 8, but we'll see with the Knicks. if you're looking at top Thibodeau, cursing at the referees, that's what I'm feeling right now. But yeah.
All right, it'll be okay.
Hopefully.
Don't fret.
But yeah, there's
Don't
a lot
fret.
of NBA games coming up. We're excited for that. NBA Finals is when? June? May?
First week of June. Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
June,
the All Star is this weekend, I think.
Yes. So it's a good chance of us to rest, get our injuries gone, and play with a full team. But yeah. But that's
We.
pretty much that's pretty much it for this episode. Huh?
Said we. I don't care about the Knicks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Me. I meant me.
There you go. I was like, I don't speak French.
But wait, aren't you rooting for the Houston Rockets?
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen this year.
I mean, you got the guy Dylan.
Oh, him.
Go.
Got roasted by LeBron. Had to switch teams. Hasn't been heard of since.
All I know him is he wears a black tank top and jeans. That's all
Good
I
for
remember from. But yeah, your Pelicans, your Miami Heat, your Houston Rockets, the New York Knicks. Hopefully, we'll all make it to the playoffs.
Not
Right.
the Rockets.
Hopefully, if we don't get injured, that's always our downfall.
The West is too
Especially
stacked.
freaking Zion.
That's
But,
stacked.
The Rockets ain't making it.
Yeah, it'll be tough for sure.
We'll see. But
My
yeah,
hopes died when we
Did you
didn't
guys?
get.
Okay, we got to talk about this for a second. Did you guys
Yeah.
hear about the report of the Warriors trying to trade for LeBron James?
I saw that.
Mhm.
Now that is wild just to think about.
Good.
Do they have cap space?
I mean, I'm assuming they'd probably trade some of their big pieces like Clay and
They would have
Draymond for
traded
that.
Clay.
Yep,
Yeah.
that would have been one of the biggest trades I've ever seen. Although I don't know if it amounted too much just based on age and factors like that. But it is interesting now that there's reports of Lakers trying to get Bronny James next season just to keep LeBron in the team. So we'll see what happens.
I mean,
Ronnie.
LeBron James did say he wanted to play with the Sun and then retire.
Right.
That'd be the first time ever, right? Father and son playing the same team.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't recall another time.
I don't know if you saw that Stephen A. Smith trying to get LeBron James to the Knicks. That didn't
That would have
happen.
been fun too.
That's
It'll
not
make
happening.
Never.
I just want to say that Stephen A. Smith is a fake Knicks fan. Sorry to say, if you're listening right now, sir. But
Okay, here we go.
You criticize when we were doing good, and then you're on a bandwagon when we're doing amazing. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Hopefully he's listening so I can be on the show.
Hopefully he
Just joking.
listens.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah.
Hopefully he listens. Talking shit about him.
I don't know if you saw his show. He's just taking a lot of requests of just answering questions on his show. Like he talks about the Pokemon or whatever. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Steven, where can they find you?
Here.
Nice.
You can find us on the Instagram. I already watched a couple of the shorts, so yeah, check that out.
Nice. Misbah, what about you, man?
Yeah, you can find me on IG at Misbah G6, man.
All right, and Tyren, how about you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at the Tyren.
Tyren, well, that was a great Super Bowl 58. Any predictions for Super Bowl 59 right now? Who's gonna be in it?
Nope.
Could always hope for the Dolphins, but
Dolphins
just keep hoping
against.
since 2001, man. Been hoping since 2001.
All right, we've got Dolphins. So AFC Dolphins against who?
Who's good in the NFC? Honestly, I can see the 49ers making it back.
You sure?
I think they have a chance. Who else?
Maybe
I want
Lions.
to say the Lions, but I don't know. Dan Campbell just kind of blew that game, didn't he? I'm sure you guys talked about it, right?
Yeah, we
Play calling?
Oh yeah.
He kept going for 2 every time. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, and
Yeah, going
fourth
for it on
down.
fourth. Yep.
But we'll see.
hmm
If I had to bet, I would say 49ers, but it's still too early to tell. Free
Right.
agency will be a big part of what happens.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
You-
Brandon, I used a free agent. So
Yes.
Mm,
we'll have to
Maybe
see.
he'll join the Chiefs because they need a wide receiver, or do they really need one?
He's joining the Texans.
Eh, well, they have the cap space, so
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, till then, bye.